Oh, this is just terrible. I'm gonna have to find a way to move faster. I hope Artie has a solution. I'd better FaceTime him and see how it's going.
Hey there, Tucker, I found you a race car that I'm going to test out for you real quick. It can drive at 200 miles per hour and move you quickly like you have wanted. Here we go, Tucker. Let's see how this can move. Oh boy, my feet couldn't reach the brake.
Oh boy. We might be in trouble.
Hey there, Tucker. How's it going?
Oh, terrible.
What?
Mr. Jesse, I'm in big trouble.
Whoa, wait. Hold on. Why do you think you're in big trouble?
No, well, I moved too slow, and I'm supposed to go all the way around the world. Artie was trying to find a way for me to move faster, but I just can't figure it out.
Well, okay, hold on, Tucker. What do you mean? I mean, why do you have to go all the way around the world? I don't get that part.
Well, Mr. Jesse, don't you know what our talk is about today on Noah's Window?
Well, yeah, that's actually why I came out here. Today we're talking to the kids that are watching the book of Matthew. And in fact, the cool part is this is the very last time that Jesus was going to speak to his disciples after he rose from the dead. So this is after Easter, he comes back to life. And, how about we read about it, and then maybe we can figure out what's going on with you. Is that okay?
Okay. I hope you can help me make sense of this.
Okay, well, it comes out of Matthew chapter 28, and this is the very last part of Matthew 28, verse 18. Jesus is speaking to his disciples before he goes on to heaven, and this is what he says. Let me find verse 18. He says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." This is Jesus speaking.
Yeah.
He says, "So you must go and make disciples of all nations."
See, Mr. Jesse? There it is. All nations. He's talking about the whole world.
Well, yeah, Tucker. Jesus wanted his disciples, and even myself and the kids that are watching, he wanted us to tell everyone in the world about him and the fact that he came to this earth. He lived a perfect life. He died on the cross. That God sent Jesus to do that.
Yeah.
Because he wants people to be a part of his family by believing that Jesus died on the cross and rose from the dead.
But how, Mr. Jesse? How can I go all the way around the world to every nation?
Okay, I think I understand. Tucker, I mean, that is hard. But this doesn't mean that you, personally, Tucker, have to travel to every single country in the world.
It doesn't?
No, I mean, when Jesus told his disciples to go to all nations, I mean, well, that's what the church has done. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, there are people actually right now that are all over the world telling other people about Jesus.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
All over the world?
Well, yeah. In fact, some of those people are called missionaries. Do you know what a missionary is?
I don't.
Well, a missionary is someone that goes and lives in another country to tell other people about Jesus. And you know what? Other people can be missionaries too. Like these kids can be missionaries when they go to school if they tell the people in their school about Jesus. And actually, a couple weeks ago, we asked our kids, we wanted them to provide us with some questions for missionaries, like one of the missionaries we support. His name is Jimmy Dinsmore.
Oh, Jimmy Dinsmore.
Yeah, and he lives in Guatemala.
Oh, I've heard about him.
Yeah. He works with a group of people called the Quechua people.
Oh.
And what he does, he has an institute down there, and they train Quechua men and women to start churches in small villages around the area so that other people that have never heard the story of Jesus, can hear and learn about Jesus just like these kids do.
Really?
And the cool thing, Tucker, is we actually had a chance to sit down with Jimmy. Well, not physically, because we couldn't go to Guatemala, but we got on the computer, we sat down with him, and we asked the questions that the kids had asked. And so I thought it'd be cool. Would you like to see that? What Jimmy
that
said?
sounds really cool.
Yeah, let's
do that.
Let's check in with that video.
Okay, hi, we're the Dinsmores. I'm Jimmy, and this is Shelly, and we have Jonah and Silas and Eden, and then the littlest one, Titus, is sleeping, and we're missionaries in Guatemala.
How did you know that God wanted you to be a missionary?
That's just something that God put in my heart when I was a little girl, and I wasn't really sure for a little while if that's really what he wanted. And then as I got older, he just told me over and over again that's what he had for me to do. And what I imagined as a little girl is exactly like my life is right now. And we are so thankful that we get to do this. It's really special, even when things are difficult or scary, that it's really special that your life has a purpose that was given to you by God. And that is the happiest feeling in the world.
I was at New Spring, and a missionary came and talked on a weeknight and was showing pictures of kids in Mexico. I remember her very clearly. And she was talking about how these kids will never hear about Jesus unless a missionary goes and tells them. And so me as a kid at New Spring had been learning about Jesus, and I said I could do that. And so at 7 years old, I said I'm going to be a missionary, and now here I am. And we get to tell kids and adults and everybody about Jesus and how much he loves them.
How does the Kids World Generosity Store work?
There's a lot of different ways. Like the tractor the Kids World bought for us is parked out right outside our wall right now.
Yeah.
And I was doing a little bit of work with that a couple weeks ago that helped get us through the end of the month. It's been a great tool. And so for that, the money went through New Spring, who sent it to us, and then we bought the tractor here. The chickens is the same way. We go buy the chickens and the feed, and we give that to our students who raise them. We did that for one of our pastors last month, a couple months ago, from the stuff that happened in December. Mm-hmm. And the sheet metal too, that money gets sent down. And so all that stuff has a price on it, and it gets sent from New Spring down to us, and then we go buy to the hardware store and deliver it to our guys here in the jungle.
How can I tell others about Jesus?
Yeah, everybody has to, and that's probably the easiest thing to do because you know about Jesus. So all you have to do is say what somebody told you. And if you accepted Christ into your heart, then you can just tell people how that happened for your life. And that's something everybody can do. So it doesn't have to be a special Bible college or preparation. Everybody can tell what Jesus has done for them. And that'll talk to the heart of other people because they want Jesus to do that same thing for them.
How can I pray for you?
Pray for our students, and as we continue, some things are hard to do classes right now with everything being shut down, so they're a little bit discouraged. They're a little bit missing their families because they can't go home and see their families.
Yeah.
They did say they were all thankful that they still had a job because most of their families don't have a job, and so they still have a job on the farm. But we would like the opportunity to start classes again.
Yeah.
But I think this time that Satan can really work in people's lives to discourage them and get them off track when you had a good momentum going before that. So I would just pray for spiritual growth for people at home. Since you can't go to church now and grow, you have to make that a discipline in your life. And so if you'll pray that for us too, and for our students, that God will keep working in our own lives and we can continue growing until we can all meet again.
So, Tucker, what'd you think of that?
Oh, Mr. Jesse, that was awesome. It's so cool how Jimmy is helping tell other people about Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's helping people who have never even heard about Jesus.
Yes.
Like, some of these kids might never even meet.
That's right. And by supporting them, they have helped people that they might never, ever meet. And here's the thing. We don't know who's watching right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's very possible, Tucker. Just think about this. This is kind of cool for me to think about. Because Jimmy, the cool thing about Jimmy is Jimmy used to go to this church. Did you know that?
He did?
Yeah, he was a kid that came to New Spring Church just like some of the kids that were watching. And it's possible that one of the kids watching this right now might grow up and be a missionary just like Jimmy. They might go to a part of the world that needs to know about Jesus, and they might tell people about him, and that might be what they're called to do, and that would be really cool. But here's what I do know, Tucker.
Oh, yeah?
Is I know that every single person watching, every kid, every parent, every grandparent, any of those people, if they have Jesus as their best friend, they are called to tell others about Jesus. In fact, that's our bottom line for today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, our bottom line today is I'm called to tell others about Jesus.
Oh.
That's a,
No. Oh, so everyone is.
Yeah, everyone.
All of these kids can tell others about Jesus?
Absolutely. And that doesn't mean that they have to literally go all over the world. It just might mean that these kids, they do what they can to help support the missionaries that New Spring sends money to all over the world. It might mean that they actually take the time to invite kids and families, to our church. Even if they can't come to our church physically right now, we can invite our friends and our neighbors and people we know online or to watch New Spring online.
Oh, so I don't have to have a race car and race to every place in the world?
No, I don't think you need a race car. I don't know if your feet will reach the pedals like Artie.
Well, that's a fair point you have.
But
I can just tell others about Jesus, and that he loves them.
Exactly.
It's so simple.
Do you know what, Tucker? We have a fun way that these kids can do that right now. We're going to post an invite to experience our Kids World FX, which is happening this Friday online. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be a family experience, so something that families can watch together. Doesn't matter who they have in their family. It could be students, it could be preschoolers, it could be kids that are watching. They can all experience it together. It's going to be a lot of fun. And what we're doing is we're posting an invite so that they can invite their friends, because we want to know whether it's here's the thing. We want to know from the kids, how do they plan on helping others and helping tell others about Jesus. Maybe it's by supporting a missionary. Maybe it's by inviting their friends to learn about Jesus. But that's our question today for the kids that are watching is, hey, how can you help tell the world about Jesus? So I'm going to let the kids think about that.
Yeah.
And Tucker, I'm going to let you think about that. And
I
we'll
will.
check in with the professor and Freddie. Is
Well,
that
that
okay?
sounds good.
All right.
Well, thanks, Mr. Jesse.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Professor Knows a Lot, along with my good friend, Freddie the Frog.
Hello.
Hello, Freddie. Oh, hey, Freddie. Today we've been talking about how we can tell others about Jesus.
How we can tell us about Jesus?
Yeah, and one way we can do that is, well, one way we do is we have missionaries. They go all over the world and they tell others who don't know about Jesus.
Oh, okay.
So today I thought we could do something really fun.
Are we going to color?
We're going to color a card of encouragement to our friends, the missionaries.
A card of encouragement.
Yeah, and today I'm writing one for the Dinsmores.
Oh,
Speaking of that, you guys had asked questions of the Dinsmores, and those were some really good questions.
There's that.
Yeah. So one more way you can tell us about Jesus is by inviting them to watch FX.
No, FX.
Yeah, FX is coming up, and today online you can get an invitation, and you can share it with all your friends.
There's that.
That'll be fun.
Oh, that is a good way of spreading the word.
That is a
yeah.
good way. Hey, do you guys want to see my card of
Oh,
encouragement
the
that I do?
card. Oh, I want to see it. Can I
Okay,
see it?
here it is. Ta-da!
Ah.
Look, it says we love our missionaries.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and so while you guys are drawing on your pictures, remember that's a great time to pray for them.
There's that. Oh, hey, Professor.
Yes?
Oh, can you show the kids my card?
Oh, well, Freddie, do you want me to show them?
There's that.
Okay, I guess I will. Here it is.
Ta-da! It's me!
It looks just like you.
The spinning image.
Yeah, that's it. All right, guys, have fun drawing your cards of encouragement, and then don't forget, take a picture and show us what you've drawn.
No,
I
that-
can't wait to
oh,
see.
I want to see.
Yeah, I do too. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Noah's Window today. We hope you learned something by just seeing how different churches look all over the world. It's cool that no matter where you are in the world, God loves you, and the message of Jesus is for you. Today we learned that all of us are called to tell others about Jesus. And we want to know, how can you help tell the world about Jesus? Maybe it's praying for our missionaries, or maybe it's inviting others to experience New Spring. Maybe it's just calling someone up and talking to them about Jesus. We can't wait to hear how God is calling you to tell others about Jesus. And we'll see you tomorrow on Noah's Window.